Hey friends, it's Friday. That means we've probably sort of made it through the work week. Good to see you here. It's time for the Friday weekly wrap up, where we will do one card for the collective and single cards for those who request to talk about the week that was. This is your vibes check on the week with tarot. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I'm so happy to see you here today. Special shout out to the members, to the moderators. Did you make it to Global Tarot Circle last night? If you didn't, you can always watch the replay. And I do want to remind you that I will be back tomorrow, Saturday, at 12:30 Eastern Time. The link is already up for your Saturday Psychic Sampler. So, let's get right to it. Let's go over to CardCam, where you will see that today I have, this is once in a while I like to bring out retired workhorses. Okay, you can see why this workhorse had to be retired. It got kind of grubby. I do love this deck. It is Crystal Visions Tarot from US Games. It's a really beautiful deck. I think it's still available. And in the title and in the art style, there is a tip of the hat to the great Stevie Nicks. Now here I go again. I see the Crystal Visions. This is Crystal Visions Tarot. So fun, right? All right. So first of all, I want to say thank you. The first person that I see, I know a lot of you helped me out with this, but the first person that I see helping me out with this is Christine Halliwell. Thank you so much, Christine, reminding us that the collective cards that we drew on Monday, Queen of Swords, Hanged Man reversed, and the Six of Pentacles reversed. All right, so first, a card for the collective to wrap up the week. The Ten of Cups reversed. Well, if you're not happy, just say so. I mean, seriously, let's look at those original three cards. And now this card. And I would put all of these cards together and say, you know, we are being asked as individuals and as communities and as families and as nations, are we really happy with what's going on or are we not? And if we're not, what are we going to do about it? We cannot sit and suffer collectively but individually when in fact we could maybe A, give ourselves permission to recognize that our happiness and well-being is important. B, support one another in that pursuit. You know, stuff like that. All right, so are you happy? If you are, great. If you're not, this is your sign to really think about, okay, how do I take control of that and what do I do? All right, here we go. Let me know how that resonates for you. And I will take these in the order in which I see them. I will try not to skip anyone. I will also try, these cards are like so highly glossed. They're really easy to drop. I will try not to drop cards. I'll try not to skip anyone. But if I do, just let me know. Well, if I drop cards, I'll know that. If I skip someone, let me know. It's never my intention to do that. All right. Starting with J.D. Estrada. You are the first person I'm seeing here. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Good to see you. Monday, you had the Four of Pentacles. And today, the Nine of Wands reversed. So I really put those cards together. Like there's a message. There's a cohesive message with these two cards about don't push yourself beyond your limits. Know what your limits are. And that could be in terms of what you can give or do for another person, in terms of what you're willing to do in a particular situation, in terms of how far you can push yourself without self-care, any of that stuff. You got a lot going on right now, and that's good, and you can navigate it. But I feel like part of the lesson of this week is like, you have to be clear about what your limitations and boundaries are going to be. And there it is. Ah, JD, thank you so much. It's true. I'm constantly pushing myself beyond my limits. And it's cool that you can. I mean, it's nice when we have that reserve. I have that too. But when you find that you've been, like, that's your norm, like your norm is to be pushed beyond your limits, that can't be the norm. That's got to be the reserve, right? Yeah, JD, I do have a lot on my plate. It's very hard to set limits when I'm a workaholic. Yeah, no, I hear you. And I mean, if you're going to be addicted to something, work is not a terrible thing to be addicted to, especially if it involves your own creativity or your own vision in some way. And if you're being rewarded for it. I mean, I can think of worse addictions, but balance is key, isn't it? I could be saying that to myself as easily as I'm saying it to you. All right, which is the thing when you read for other people. Y'all notice that when you read for other people? Maybe a quarter to a half of the time, the message that you're saying to someone else is like, physician, heal thyself. There it is. JD, I agree. It's hard being a mother, wife, and everything above. Sure. Absolutely. All right. Liz Harrison, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Monday, Liz, you had the Two of Pentacles. And today you have the Magician, because who has the power? You have the power, And so on Monday, you're just screwing around with, how do I handle all of this inside this little cage? And now by Friday, you're like, I'm out of the cage. I'm out of the cage. I'm in my power. We're doing it my way. If other people want to sit there and play with their little balls, they can. I said what I said. So you really had some, I don't want to say transformation because it's all stuff you already knew, but you implemented prior transformation to step into your power this week. So well done. Von Ray, you caught it. Yeah, I'm in a mood. Jeannie Mnuchin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. Liz, you're very welcome. JD, you're very welcome. Jeannie, you're up next. Monday, you had the Knight of Cups. Nice way to start the week. Let's see how it ends. It ends with the Queen of Swords. I love it that they're both court cards, so really dealing with people. And that can be networking. That can be students. That can be like all the things you're trying to do in terms of building community. And it's interesting to me that we have the Knight of Cups on Monday. Knight of Cups, like pursuing and this very loving energy. And then on Friday, we have the Queen of Swords. You may have come up against a policy or a person that was a little unyielding this week, and that could be problematic. But the Queen of Swords can also be you as a writer, as a director, as an instructor. And so we put these two cards together, and it's like you're pursuing and doing. And that's what you must do. It may not always be easy, but it is what you must do, and it is what you did this week, and it is what you will continue to do. All righty. And Lisa E., so good to see you. Thanks for being here once again. Thank you for the off-YouTube kindness that you sent me. Most appreciated. Cards for you and Jenna, most certainly. On Monday, you had the Five of Wands. And now you have the Ace of Cups. I feel like you are doing like deep, deep healing. And that could be healing and reprocessing around things happening right now, but it could also be kind of long-term family stuff. The deep hurts over a long period of time that you are now processing and healing from. And this opens you up to wonderful things. Not only does it open you up to healing, it opens you up to all kinds of love and all kinds of connection. It's a beautiful thing. Now, Jenna got the Two of Swords reversed. And now the Magician. And so I feel like there's like two modes of being here. And Jenna, you may switch between these two modes quite a bit, or maybe it was just this week, I don't know. But when we start with the Two of Swords reversed, we're like, I don't want to do this. I don't care about it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to know it. No. But then we end the week and suddenly there's an opening, there's a curiosity, there's a willingness to learn, there's a willingness to try things. And so it feels like there can be those two modes, a shutdown mode and an open mode. I think you experienced both this week, but I think you'll agree that very often that open mode is more helpful and will allow more good things in. Gene Mnuchin, cool cards, bit down emotionally, I understand. Nice to get confirmation about things moving forward in spite of mood. I understand. I get it. Yeah. Mood is such a funny thing, man. It does not always reflect the reality, but it is its own reality. All right. And Christine Hallowell, good to see you once again. Thanks for being the first person I saw to report the cards from Monday. Your Monday card was the 8 of Cups reversed. So let's see what we got. Starting with 8 of Cups reversed, and now 2 of Cups reversed. I'm not loving the trend of reversed cups for you, Christine. And I think this is you recognizing some emotional vulnerability right now and trying to be careful, which is appropriate. It is appropriate to recognize your vulnerability. It is appropriate to be careful with your heart and with your feelings and with your energy. I am just looking forward to a time when you do not have to be so careful. Right now, you are being careful, and it is appropriate to be so, to be protective of yourself emotionally. That is what you need. That is what you're doing, and that's what you need. It is the right thing. It will not always be the right thing. Tyrone Tarot, my good friend, hope you're doing well today. Monday, you had the 3 of Wands. And now you have the Knight of Wands. I like it when you're all wandsy like that. This week, I really feel like you're just kicking ass and taking no names. I feel like you are in your energy, you're in your power, you're recognizing your own self-determination and recognizing your own success and ability to pursue your success. So well done. Caroline McLaughlin, my friend, hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Monday, you had the 3 of Wands. I find great meaning when this happens, okay? And this is where, you just got to roll your eyes at me because, we tarot people find meaning in all the random things, right? So did y'all see what happened here? On Monday, I imagine that Tyrone and Caroline probably were not one right after the other, as they are here today on Friday. And yet, both of them on Monday got the same card, 3 of Wands. And today, in their request, they come in one right after the other. And I could spend so long thinking about, what does this mean for those two people? What does this mean for the group? I love the 3 of Wands. It's one of my favorite cards. So that blessing may abound for all of us. But, do you guys do stuff like that as well? Yeah, there it is. All right. So you're very welcome, Lisa E. And Lisa Harmon, thank you for the reminder. Like this video, everyone. Thank you. Okay. So, Caroline, you started with the 3 of Wands, and you end with Death. And here's what I'm going to say. As time passes and in different moments, success looks like different things. And so this week, you may have had some successes or may have been around some successes that in the past would not have been such a big deal. But now they are. So there is this thing going forward about make a big deal of the successes. There it is. Bella Luna, good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you to wrap up your week. The 9 of Wands, maybe it has not been the easiest week. Maybe it has not been the easiest bit of time. You got a lot going on here, but you are staying strong and doing what you need to do. That's what you did this week. That's what you have been doing, and that's what you continue to do for as long as you need to. Lynn Collin, my friend, you know you've been on my mind. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for you. The Sun. And I try to keep like a timeline in my head about who's got what going on when. And I can barely remember where I'm supposed to be in 2 hours, so it doesn't always work out. So I'm not sure where you are on the timeline of unfolding things of great significance in your life, Lynn. But we're not going to kick the sun off the table here. Like, this would suggest happiness, rewards, positivity, good things. I'm hoping that you had this week, and I'm hoping this energy is following you. But I'm so curious, like which things are good. So curious. And Christine Halliwell, thanks for the feedback. Yes, this week I have been experiencing emotional vulnerability, and I'm being careful and protective. I know this too shall pass. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Monday was the Four of Pentacles. The Emperor reversed. So I think it's really interesting, Teresa. You had the Four of Pentacles, and then the Emperor is also four. And four, of course, is such a number of stability, but we have one upright, one reversed, one earth, one fire. But I really feel like this week you are leaning into what it feels like to have new possibility and new stability that you have created for yourself. And I think there are moments you believe in it and moments you don't believe in it, but you should believe in it because everything that you've done to move yourself forward is going to move you forward. There you are. Hey, Melissa Grasso, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. It was great to see you earlier this week. And so Melissa and I, y'all may not know this, but we're Scorpio sisters. We're birthday adjacent. Melissa's birthday is one day after mine. And we're generationally not the same. I'm significantly older. But Melissa, we are such birds of a feather sometimes. So Melissa was traveling. We had an appointment booked, and she spaced me out. We still did the reading. It was fine. Everything was good. And I'd not forgotten that we had a nice conversation, but forgotten about that part of it. She's still feeling it. So sorry for my goof up. So Melissa, I will remember back in like 2015, I did the same thing to you, and I wasn't even traveling. I was just in my living room, and you had reached out that day. It was like for 2:00. Can we talk at 2? At like 10 after 2, you're reaching out to me. Are we still on? And you and I are the same because we will take these things to our graves. We don't hold it against each other. We don't hold it against other people. But we have a hard time like just being okay with that. You got a lot of Virgo in your chart. I always blame this on my Virgo moon. I don't know. So I will do your reading. Let me just, a couple of feedback here. Lynn, the sun is the perfect card. Yes, very positive unfolding events. I'll be in touch soon. Bated breath, my friend. Cannot wait. Teresa, spot on. There was indeed forward movement this week too. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, very good. Very, very good. All right, Melissa, starting with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And you were on a work trip, and that feels like a work trip you didn't even want to be on. And then ending with the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I feel like this whole week was like just showing up for it, doing fine. You did great. Like, you're fine. But the week itself, like, you did the week fine. The week didn't do you dirty, but it was not particularly exciting at all. You just got through it. You did what you had to do. Well done. Sometimes that's all we have to do. All right. And Teresa, thanks for the reminder for people to like this video. It really does help. I really do appreciate it when you do. Mary, good morning. Thanks for being here. Monday, you had the Knight of Cups, such a great card. And now the Five of Cups reversed. You did a fabulous job staying in your positivity this week, even when it was hard. You did a fabulous job just leaning into love, leaning into forward motion, leaning into emotional well-being, even when you weren't feeling it. Very, very well done. Smile Soul 20, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Here is a card for the wrap-up. Look at you, King of Wands. I think you did a good job this week, and you may have gotten some recognition, either personally or professionally, for something above and beyond, something special that you've done. So very well done. Good job. Mary, you are very welcome. Christina, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Thanks for the card last night. I had to run before I said thanks. Glad you were there. Thank you for being there. Here is a card to end the week for you. Knight of Cups. I think you did a good job this week pursuing the most important things, pursuing healing, being kind to others, and being kind to yourself. Good job. Audrey M., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Monday, you had the Three of Cups reversed. And now the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're doing some pretty heavy, I'm going to call it emotional housekeeping, where you are figuring out really right here, right now, how do I want to show up? How do I want to be? What's important? What's not important? And I think you're figuring it out. I think you're figuring it out in the right way, and I think it serves you to do so. Smile Soul 20, you are very welcome. Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Ten of Wands reversed. I don't know what I want to do with this, Trey. I could say, this week, maybe you cut yourself a little bit of slack. Maybe you didn't take things quite as hard as usual, and maybe you're starting to let a little light in. Is that possible? Be good. And if that's not true, maybe you could make it be true. Maybe. Gemini Sun, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Ooh. Gemini Sun, we got the Lovers. So, and this is such a sweet Lovers card, isn't it? Whether we think about the Lovers as a romantic card specifically, or whether we're more thinking about it about our choices, what we choose to interact with, what we choose to be in relationship with, one way or the other, I feel like for you this week, there's a lot of agency in this card. There's a real sense of you figuring yourself out and you figuring out what's okay and what's not okay and what works and what doesn't work for you at this time. So very well done. All right. Christina R., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, we're going to do you, Karen, and Kim. And Karen, of course, is a member. We appreciate all of you. So here we go. Monday, Eight of Cups reversed for you. And now the Sun. Did you catch a baby or two this week? Did you? Because, see, we got a baby here. Maybe. So, I actually do feel like the week went well and you did a good job. So, that's good. Okay. And Karen, and again, Karen, thanks for being a member. Karen had the Page of Pentacles, and now that Ten of Wands reversed. I don't know how much of this is personal or how much of it is professional, but I feel like it's part of a grand plan to get people on the same page, doing what they're supposed to do so things can get done the right way. And I think you did some of that this week, so well done. Ace of Wands reversed for Kim. And now the King of Wands. So like you started out with like less than a wand, right? Ace of Wands reversed, so minus a wand, and then you ended up with all the wands. So, however that really showed up in your life this week, where maybe you thought things weren't going well and then they were, or you thought you didn't have something you needed and then you found out you did. However that might have shown up this week, there is a larger lesson here. And it very much has to do with knowing that if you invest in creating what you want, you have a good chance of getting there, even if it takes a long time. Christina, you are very welcome. Febborn, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Monday, you had the Six of Cups reversed, and now the Two of Swords. So there is just something here, like, I feel like this week you have worked on just being at peace with all that has been, with all that is, with all that will be, and just not judging it and being present and being okay with it. And I think that's really working for you. Well done. Lisa Harmon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. And thanks for the reminder on this week's cards. Your card was the Five of Wands. And I saw you later on mentioning that. I know you're trying to break up with sugar and that the Five of Wands has been difficult, especially since you discovered some ice cream in the freezer after your breakup with sugar. Oh no, what did you do? Okay, so starting with the Five of Wands and ending with the Hanged Man. Like those two cards together, there is such a story there in so many ways, not just about your self-care, but about many things. And the story we see is the story of if you can fight for it, you should fight for it. And if there's nothing you can do, there's nothing you can do. So I think this week you did a good job fighting for what you need to fight for and, trying not to freak out about the things you have no control over anyway. So, well done. Adrija, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. A card for you and Frayush. Very good, will do. Starting with you, Adrija. Chariot, hey, looks like you had a good week and maybe some plans for travel or some change. Forward motion is what it feels like. It feels really good. I like it. And Frayush, the Two of Pentacles reversed, like you're also actively trying to create change. Like you're not waiting for it. You're actively trying to do it. And that's good, but sometimes you're going to have to be patient. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're banging your head against a wall, but you really just need to be patient. Barbie Bird, good to see you. You're up next. It's the ice cream report. Lisa Harmon, you're a woman after my own heart. I ate the ice cream. I couldn't let it go to waste. I would have done the same. Well done. Well done. Very good. All right. All right, Barbie Bird, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Having a rough start to the day. I'm so sorry. My card Monday was the Four of Pentacles. And now the Page of Pentacles. So, to me, I feel like maybe you've been doing some thinking or seeking, figuring out a next job or what you're going to do next as far as work and your whole situation. Like you have an opportunity to kind of rework your life. And so I think, it's very up and down right this minute emotionally. But I think whether you realize it or not, you have moved yourself forward this week in terms of thinking about what your game plan is going to be and how it's going to work. So I think that's good. Hey, Shalom. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Who's up next? Who is up next is Rose Rose. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. All right. Monday card was the Three of Cups reversed. You were right on. An emotional upset with three people. Truce called now. Strong and centered is my mantra. Well done. Okay. So starting with the Three of Cups reversed, and now the Six of Wands reversed. And, I think what you did is you allowed yourself a win even when other people didn't want to give it to you. You allowed yourself a win even when other people didn't want to give it to you. And that's good. There's a trick there. That is really good. So keep going. Keep doing what you got to do. All right, Betty Flesher, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Betty, the world reversed. I wonder this week, a couple of things. First of all, and this could be like things happening around you or things going on inside you. But I feel like there's a whole new layer, a whole new opening, a whole new consideration, a whole new level. There's a leveling up energy-wise for you. And it's unfolding right now. So very interesting. Rose Rose, you are very welcome. Michelle F., it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here is a card for you. The Seven of Cups. This is so not surprising to me, just because I get the feeling that very often in the course of a week, you do so many different things. I don't know how you keep it all straight. But this week, I think you did a bunch. I think you got a lot done. I think you got a lot started. I think you got a lot of things going on. But I think it's all working, and I think you're doing it. It may feel a little overwhelming, but I think it's okay. I think it's good. DH, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Monday was the Five of Cups reversed. And now the Eight of Swords reversed. So we put those two cards together, and we see a very specific story. And it is the story of dealing with something that you would have preferred it not be, dealing with something unfortunate, but finding a way to process it, finding a way to work with it in order to heal and to move forward and to make things better. And I think that's exactly what you're doing and what you have done. Very good. Michelle, accurate. Sometimes it doesn't feel like I don't do enough. But to be honest, I do have a lot going on. Well, you're very welcome. Von Ray, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Good to see you. Death reversed on Monday, and you were right. SOS exhausting. I am so sorry. But look, Ten of Cups. It will not always be SOS. It will not always be. There are good things here too. Keep showing up for the difficult stuff and the good stuff will come. I promise. Linus Art, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Next question I see, Claire C. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. When I overscroll, I'm always thinking can I just make it look like I didn't overscroll? And, but no, I really just have to. I just have to own it. There we are. All right, Claire C. King of Pentacles on Monday, and I did need to rest for 2 days. Yeah, makes sense. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. So you rested, but then you came back better than ever. And I know, like, so much of your energy is about what you want to do for others and how you want to take care of others. But I also think you are finding your balance to allow for your life to flow the way you want your life to flow, as well as trying to help others. So that feels really good, Claire. Very good. Revival of Venus. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Queen of Swords reversed. Did you have a difficult person in your life this week? Or was it you? Are you the difficult person? There's just something here about maybe not being sure who or what to trust. And you may need to give that some time and some meditation to really try to figure it out. But that's what we're looking at. You know, are you trusting something you shouldn't? Are you trusting someone you shouldn't? Or are you not trusting yourself the way you should? Stuff like that. Hey, Martha Vink, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Monday's card was about getting rest, which I did since I've been sick all week. I'm so sorry. Not what I was hoping, but so it goes. Yeah, I hear you. But you know, I mean, I think sometimes like illness can be very metaphoric. And you know, what I'm going to say is, because I know like what happened to you was like a congestive situation. And I really believe that for years, like for your whole career, you have been holding space for the harm that was encapsulated in the goodness of what you were doing. And right before you got sick, that harm was released. And so I feel like this is your body now releasing that metaphoric harm over these many years. That's how I see it. So, although I do believe in germs as well, I do understand that viruses and bacteria do exist. I do get that as well. All right, so let's see what we got for you. The Magician reversed. It will take its time. You must give it time. Give yourself time to heal in the recognition that the healing is not just physical. There it is. Iva Morris, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. The Devil. So Iva, did you have a difficult week? Did you have a week where you were a bit overworked? Did you have a week where you had to sort of attach yourself to a particular project in a way that was intense? The thing is, at the end of the week, what we have to look at is like, what are you attached to right now? And if what you're attached to is appropriate and good, that's great. But if there needs to be a change, you might need to look at, I could let this one go. There might be some things you need to let go. Maria Baresi, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you. Four of Pentacles reversed. This week, you may have really gone out of your way to help someone else, perhaps a friend or a family member. But one way or the other, I think blessings are yours as well. As you give, so shall you receive. And I think you've seen some of that. Martha, see, now you're going to make me cry. All right. Martha, what a great metaphor. That was very profound. Thank you. Yeah, healing will take time. Yeah, it sure will. All right. Have you all noticed that sometimes, like, you can't feel the full weight of the pain until the harm has been removed? And I think that happens a lot. I think it happens in divorces. I think it happens in all kinds of situations that you're not going to. So like once the pain is over is when you start to feel it in a lot of ways. So we got all that. Okay. Man, you got to me. Oh, All right. Composure. All right. Vaishali, you are up next. Good to see you. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Oh, look at you, 10 of Cups. So this can be a card that's very good romantically. I don't know what you got going on there, but, whatever. One way or the other, though, it is about your happiness. And wasn't this also a collective card for us today? And so this week, I think you may have done some things to support your happiness, which is obviously a good thing. Hey, Dr. Aled, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Please pull a card for my crappy week. I'm sorry you had a crappy week. You had a crappy week. There's your card for your crappy week. 3 of Swords. I can confirm that your week was crappy. But what do we do with this? Like, when I look at the 3 of Swords, one of the things I say is, okay, there's an opportunity to heal. And so there's a couple things. One is it might just have been a bad week. Okay, fine, do something nice for yourself, get over it, it'll be fine. But the other thing is, like, why was it a bad week? And it may be that something was brought out for you that really is an opportunity for deeper healing. So if that is the case, do not miss that opportunity. All right. Hey, Diana Price, you made the drive. You did what you did. You made your move. I'm so proud of you. Glad you're here. Okay, who is next? Dr. Aled, Monday was the 4 of Cups reversed. Yeah, well, you've had to make the best of some difficult situations. That makes sense. All right, Autumn Pond, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Here is your wrap-up card. The 9 of Swords reversed, probably not the easiest week, but you got through it, and it's okay. Like, you handled it. Whatever the problems were, you fixed them. Whatever needed to get done, you did it. And it might have cost you, but you did it, and you did well. Diana, movers packed poorly, so several tarot decks got ruined, but thank goodness none of the rare ones were OOP. So you can use those decks for magic now then. Dr. Aled, I think your tears mean that the ancestors have touched you. Well, yeah, especially because it's a very ancestral conversation regarding the church that my father served and that Martha serves and that Martha's father served that I thought I would serve. So yeah. Oh no, Diana, your Crystal Visions was ruined and that's the deck I'm using today. No. All right, TJ and GA, here we are. A card for you and for your daughter, of course. Starting with you, TJ. 4 of Pentacles reversed. This week, I think you did a good job kind of going above and beyond in some way, and I think it served you. It may also have cost you. Like, you may need to do some self-care now, but I think you moved yourself forward, so that's really good. Dr. Aled, yes, so the message was yours as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. All right, and for TJ's daughter, the 2 of Pentacles reversed. It's been a week and it's not over yet. I feel like there's a lot that may still be left undone. There's a lot that still may be left unanswered. Just keep going. You'll get to where you need to go. It may just not happen in a smooth way at the end of the week. Just keep going. Peggy Lou Leven, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. So on Monday, you had the Knight of Wands reversed. And now the Ace of Swords reversed. And honestly, I mean, I feel like this week there's a lot that you've been dealing with that you kind of wish you weren't. Like you're dealing with some things that you wish were different. and you are dealing with the realities in the best way that you can, but it is not easy. The key is giving yourself grace, and I think you're trying to do that, and that's appropriate. Okay. And Susan's a member here as well, most appreciated. Susan had the Seven of Swords to begin the week, and now the King of Wands. So Susan, you did a good job. You did a good job figuring out what's real and what's not, and leaning into what's real in a way that brings you a great deal of power. Very good. Country Love Homestead, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. Temperance. I think this week you did a good job being creative, being resourceful, solving problems, making things happen. You did great this week. Really good stuff. Nalini Kalu, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You had the 10 of Pentacles. I remember that. I was happy to see it. And now the Six of Swords. I really do think clarity is coming. Opportunities are coming. You're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself in the meanwhile. I really do feel like this is a good sign of what you're doing right now and of what comes next. Lumen, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a wrap-up card for you. The Devil, what did you do this week, my friend? Actually, my feeling is you might have just really committed yourself to a project and just kept yourself super, super busy doing that thing that you needed to do. And I think that's probably necessary. There are times a certain amount of obsession is appropriate, and this week may have been one of those times. Okay, Lioness Art. Monday, you had the Four of Pentacles reversed. And now the Six of Pentacles. And you know, the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, especially when the Four of Pentacles is reversed, one of them is reversed, they're like the same card in a lot of ways. Like if you think about it, Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, kind of opposite. So if you reverse one of them, then they're kind of the same. So there is this whole energy about what you do for yourself, what you do for others. How do you participate in energy flow with others? How do you make sure you have what you need? And I think these are things you're all working on very appropriately. Joyous Ocean, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Wrap-up cards for you and Jada, most certainly. Joyous Ocean, the Hierophant reversed. You are getting so good, Joyous Ocean, at recognizing that you have to do it your way, and your way is the way that you have to do it. And so that's just what you're doing. And I think it's very, very good and very positive. Very good and very positive. I really, when I see the Hierophant reversed, very often I think about entrepreneurialism. And I think you're getting some clues about how to bring your business to where you want it to be. All right, for Jada, the King of Wands. Well, what a good job you did stepping into your power this week and maybe even figuring out some things that you actually enjoy. So good job. I think you are finally beginning to explore the world absent of some of the fetters of trauma. So that's good. Revival of Venus. Yes, I did get to you. Yes. And I do not remember what it was. I'm so sorry. All right. Mix you here. Michelle in Canada, thanks for being here. Hierophant reversed on Monday. Wrap up Page of Swords reversed. And I mean, this has been a weird week having to do with just a weird thing that happens to people. It happened to you. You're wishing it did not happen to you, but you're dealing with it and you're taking care of it, and it's okay. It'll be okay. All right. Kimmy's Divination Station. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Setting up my legal stuff, looking for a place to stay. Received the Lovers reversed on Monday. So there are times, like, we're always saying tarot is metaphoric and Lenormand is literal. But there are times that tarot is freaking literal as heck, and that was one of them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to do that. I just want to see Linus Art. Thanks a bunch. The past situation was spiritual, magical, something someone did to me in childhood that affects me even now. Got it. Okay. So, Kimmy, you started with the Lovers reversed and you end with the Ten of Cups. I think this is really interesting because in leaving something that you wanted to be this but was not, and you would have stayed. It had to get so egregious that you had no choice. And so in doing that, you now open yourself up to actually be able to have this thing that you were never going to have in that situation. Interesting, no? Free Shadow, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You are up next, just looking at feedback from Peggy Lou. Thanks so much. Trying my best to rise up from grief and move forward. Class last night was great and very helpful. Then my 8-year-old granddaughter called to tell me she loves me. Well, that's helpful. Very helpful. All right. Free Shadow, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. King of Pentacles, you did a good job this week being a leader, being an exemplar, taking care of all the things that you needed to take care of. Very well done. Okay. Shalal, it's so good to see you. Let me know if you want a card. Deepika, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Seven of Cups. Odd week, and I think you're still processing it. I think there's some things that were kind of confusing. I think there's a lot going on that you're not quite sure what to do about. Excuse me. The important thing to remember is that you have choices. And I think this week you were presented with some choices, and I think you might be able to take some time to figure out kind of what you want to do with it. Okay. Justine, so good to see you. Yeah, I signed off, Justine, before I got to comment, and I saw your comments, and I signed off before I could comment, so I'm so glad that we can revisit this conversation today. First of all, Justine, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. You pulled Justice for me again last night. Thank you. Which will be the third time in a row I got that for my weekly card. Even had it for my wrap-up last week. And I love that, though, because, balance is what you're going for. Fairness is what you're going for. So, I think that card is going to keep stalking you until you're like, okay, yeah, got it. It's here, But I think this is a harbinger of good things for you. So, a lot of pressure on the cards right now. Will we get justice again? Will we get something adjacent to justice? Let's take a look and see. This lovely card, which is so special, it's come up for a few people today. It really is stalking us as a group, and it was our collective card. So, justice brings you to love. And when we say love, we mean romantic love, certainly, the love of friends, the love of the work we do, the love of the planet, the love of a higher power, the love of community, all the kinds of love. Once you find that balance, then you find love. And there it is, and you're doing it. Lila C. West, so good to see you. So what we do on Friday is a card for the week that was, and I'm happy to do that for you. This is your wrap-up card for this week that has just passed, and we have the Knight of Cups. I think this week you're really choosing, and this will continue as you go forward, you are choosing the path of love. You are choosing the path of kindness. You are choosing the path of compassion. And this is not a weak path. It's a strong path. It's a hard path. You're choosing it, and you will be rewarded. All right. Diana, may we always be stalked by the Ten of Cups. Seriously. Shalal, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you. Emperor reversed. I think there were ways this week you were feeling kind of out of sorts, or feeling like you didn't have what you needed, or didn't quite know where you wanted to go or what you wanted to do. I think it's important to hold space for uncertainty, because you have to have uncertainty to get to certainty. So it might be a little uncomfortable, but I think if you hold space for it, you'll get to where you need to go. All right. So I skipped over a bunch here. I didn't mean to. But I still need to do... Okay, yeah, I skipped over a few of you. I've got Jackie, Cassandra, Diana, Joanne, and Ashley. I'm sorry I missed y'all, but I'm catching you up right now, and I caught it myself. I'm so proud. All right. So Jackie Masters, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. The Tower reversed. And the card that started the week really reflected my week. Are things getting easier? I'm not sure. But they are. King of Wands, you showed up. You showed up for the collective cards. You showed up for your personal Tower reversed. You showed up. It may not have been easy, but you did a good job. And, what was that old Billy Crystal thing? It is far better to look marvelous than to feel marvelous, right? I mean, there's something there. It may not have been easy, it may not have been fun, but you did a good job. It's like that soundbite on TikTok. Don't ask me how I did it, I just did it and it was hard. But you did it. There it is. Cassandra, so good to see you. Cassandra Revelta, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Wrap-up cards for you and your mom's a member too. We appreciate her. One heck of a week. Yeah, we got an inkling of that yesterday. So sorry. Whatever's going on here, I am so sorry. Let's start with you, Cassandra, wrapping up your week. There's that stocky 10 of Cups. The thing to remember, whatever it is you're dealing with, you are loved. At the end of the day, you are loved, you are love, and all will be well. That is the thing to remember. And that is not to gloss over difficulty, but it is to remember what is most important overall. And then for Raquel, your mom, Page of Cups. And again, so much about love. And I feel like part of the issues here have been people perhaps not acting in the most loving of ways. But I think for you, Raquel, and really for both of you, I think, we choose how we respond to things, and we choose the energy that we're going to walk in. And you are choosing to walk in love, no matter what. And that doesn't mean don't have boundaries. That doesn't mean don't make hard decisions. But it does mean let love be the ultimate motivator. And that is a beautiful thing. Diana Price, we are so proud of you, man. That 400 miles with the U-Haul, that's a lot. We are proud of you. Congratulations on being in your new home. And look, the 3 of Cups, I think the new home is going to be great. I think you're going to have friends. I think you're going to have a really good time. Super exciting. And so hard week, but a week where there is much to celebrate. Okay, Joanne Ellis, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Here's a card for you. The Chariot. This week, you did a good job doing what you needed to do, being in your own power, moving yourself forward, and making good decisions for yourself. Very well done. Not always easy. Ashley, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. The 8 of Swords reversed. I think you did a good job this week, either getting out of a stressful situation or reprocessing a situation so it would not feel so stressful. Very well done. All right. All right. From my perspective, I got to everyone. I had to do a little wind back to make sure I did. So if I accidentally skipped you, I am so sorry. Please let me know. I'd be happy to go back to Card Cam and get you. It is last call for readings, y'all. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. The link is already up. I am available for readings. Happy Mother's Day to those who are celebrating this weekend. I am available for readings. Please do reach out. And there's a link right in the description to book if you would like. Oh my goodness, Diana, you had a friend there that was a roommate when you were in your 20s. That's so fun. Everything is still a hot mess, but a huge picture window almost as wide as a sliding door and on the corner. So good. That is fabulous. And Betty Flesher, thank you. Kind words. Thank you. You're amazing. Well, you're amazing too. Really appreciate all of you. Special shout out to the members and the moderators. Thanks all for being here. Reach out for a reading. Join me back here tomorrow. Have a great day. We got through another week, people. Be good.